The 73rd annual Verizon Wireless Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas is presented by Vilo and brought to you by the North Carolina Dental Society and by Triangle Rent-A-Car. Final score, North Carolina 24, South Carolina 14. It was a game of halves for both North Carolina and South Carolina. Both teams seem to have control at different points in each half, but James, your impressions of this contest here this afternoon?
A hard-fought, toe-to-toe by North Carolina. They did a wonderful job staying aggressive on the defensive end, waiting for mistakes or making mistakes happen, and then capitalizing, against South Carolina.
The third member of our program, Eryn Gradwell's on the field, and she's got head coach Jim Otto.
All right, Coach Otto, tell us about your thought process throughout the game, especially in the fourth quarter when South Carolina came back with 2 touchdowns. What were you thinking? What did you need to do to hold them back?
Well, first of all, we knew when we went in there at halftime, that was pretty much the score it was last year, and they come out and had a real good second half and beat North Carolina. And when we got those 2 fumbles inside the red zone, I had visions of that occurring again, but thank God we hung in there and held the ball, kept away from enough, and Keenan Allen made a heck of a play, and it didn't repeat itself. But it was a great game. They got a couple of really big breaks that helped them out, and when they did, they got tough, but thank heaven we were able to overcome it.
What transformation have you seen in these All-Stars throughout the past week that you've been working with them on an emotional level and on a playing level as well?
Well, they're just a great bunch of young men. They weren't too much. They were emotional. They knew that they wanted to win, and like any ball game, they worked very hard, and they got the results.
Now talk a little bit more about Smith, about your thoughts about Smith.
About the game?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Chris Smith. Chris Smith?
Yeah, he's just a great athlete. They couldn't block him, and he made some very, very big plays for us throughout the game. Keenan Allen, of course, made a great play at the end that sealed the thing. But I thought, all in all, we had momentum the first half and moved the ball and got a push up front. In the second half, once they got a couple touchdowns, their line started to get a little stronger, and we looked like we were catching. And then right there toward the end, our kids sucked it up and came back.
Now, what did you take away from this game other than the win itself? What kind of transformation on an emotional level, Shrine Bowl level, and the Shriners Hospitals?
It's just great. First of all, that you're doing for such a great cause, and both teams do that. But the bottom line is they're such nice kids from all over. You're getting to see them interact, and all week long, they're all stars, but they all were humble and very nice young men.
And finally, talking about the win, how you prevailed in the last few minutes with the touchdown. What were your thought processes with that, and what did you want to do with that?
I just prayed that we cut a break here, and thank heaven, he made just an outstanding play. It was a play that was almost a fail play, and he turned it into a touchdown, and that was the difference in the ball game, and we're just thankful for it.
Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Back to you.
The legendary coach Jim Otto out of Charlotte Catholic High School has been on those sidelines since 1973, and he gets a big win here this afternoon.
A big win. He's super happy, and he talked about his kids and how great they've been to work with and how wonderful they've been, to the Shriners Hospital, the kids that are involved, and all the fine work that they've done. And they played hard, super competitive throughout the game, Trip, and it paid off for them in the end.